Welcome to the presentation for service provisioning for service providers. Today we're going to show you how we do this for a sort of fixed network where you want to deploy services. So you have a sort of fixed underlay in which you want to deploy new customers, new services, anything on top of it. This would be such a network, and we're going to go through the next steps on what we're doing in this typical use case. So again, this is service oriented. It can be on shared hardware, it can be on dedicated hardware. Good to know that there is no specific additions or removal of hardware. It's just about services. So this can be an environment which is service provider oriented. So using MPLS, VPLS, tunnels on top of that. Anything. In the end, it's just configuration and boxes. So when we talk about this, it should be easy, a very limited user flow. You have your data input in what you want to achieve. This can either be an API, CSV, or a wizard-like. It's about job scheduling. So jobs are tasks towards the network. And in the end, it's about verification. So again, data input, flexibility. How do you work with your data? You have the NetICE GUI to build your data interpreter. Build as many as you see fit. I mean, it's not limited to one service only. This can be any service deployment. Scheduling your jobs, and afterwards, you want to be able to log or to see in your logs everything that you wish to see. So you have complete traceability, Basel II compliant as well. First things first, you need to define your underlay network. That's fixed. Here you see a few of that. On top of that, you have your service and data modeling with IPAM, VLAN management, if you wish, included as well. So build your core, build it once, as minimal as necessary or as complete as desired. So you can do that with all the ports, links, and features in between. On top of that, you're going to deploy the logic to your fixed environment. So there will be the service. And this might be integrated with our IPAM that's internally available, including the VLAN management and number plans, or without them. Anything is possible. Again, flexibility is key. Here we go a little bit deeper. So this is the network communication. We have multi-vendor templates. Here you see an example of that. We talk about scenarios in how these are deployed to the network. So that's about order. And as a last step, you schedule those into the network. That can be now, that can be one of these days, or apply to your service window. Again, you can fill in your change ID for your complete traceability as well. So the smart templates, you already saw some logic in there. We're not going to dive too deep into this right now. You have your scenarios, so those are vendor agnostic. It's just about the logic and the order, which they help define the structure and intentions. So that can be an add, delete, modify, things like that. They have the option to parse live configuration as well. So you can act upon if a link is up or down, or a BGP neighbor is up or down. So you can interact with your network, and dependent on that can have different choices as an outcome. You can tweak it for automatic rollback in certain scenarios and cases if you wish. And then as a final step, you have the jobs, and those can be set up so that you can have a limitation on how many jobs a person can do. So he doesn't have the power to destroy your entire network at once. So you need 4i approvals so that somebody can approve certain changes to the network if they are too impacting or as you see fit.